Good morning. Who here likes cookies? Me too. What is your favorite cookie? Chocolate chip. That's mine too. Does anybody else have a favorite? All of them, yes. M&Ms, yes. Strawberry cookies. Strawberry frosted cookies, yes. So every time I go back to Kansas to my grandpa's farm, he always has freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. Now he doesn't cook them because he doesn't bake them. He doesn't know how, but he has somebody always bake him some cookies. And I absolutely love going over there because I know I am always going to get a chocolate chip cookie. And so I've carried that on in my house too. And so every Friday, I like to bake a fresh batch of cookies. And I try to do something a little different each week. But if I can't think of a good one to bake, or if I don't have what I need, my go-to is always the chocolate chips. And you know why? Not only because they're my favorite, but the recipe is written right on the package. Yeah, did you know that? If you ever were to come to my house, I bet I will almost always have a bag of chocolate chip cookies. And we could always bake some cookies because I tend to always have the ingredients for it. But do you know what happened and how this got on here? In the 1930s, this woman by the name of Ruth Wakefield, her and her husband, Kenneth, they bought this house, and it was called the Toll House Inn, and they had guests come visit them, and she was the cook, and so she always baked these chocolate drop cookies, and so they were just this chocolate gooey cookie, and she loved them, and all of her guests loved them, and then one day, what happened was, she ran out of time and couldn't get her chocolate melted. And so she took a Nestle bar and she started shaving it into little chunks. And she put it into the cookies, thinking that when they baked, it would melt. But what ended up happening is that the chocolate stayed solid. And so the chocolate chip cookies right here were made. Those would be very delicious. And so she thought, either I could throw all of these cookies away that I've made my guest, because it wasn't the chocolate drop cookies like I had planned, or I could go ahead and serve them. And then guess what happens? She took her failure, and she went ahead and served it, and everybody loved it. So much so that Nestle Toll House said, from here on out, we're going to put your recipe on the bag forever and ever. So I thought it was pretty cool because she kind of failed, right? She wasn't intending to bake these cookies. But something really good happened, right? And cookies happened, and they were yummy, and we love them. So sometimes if we try something new and it doesn't quite work out the way we want, just remember Mrs. Ruth Wakefield and how the chocolate chip cookies came to be. Will you guys pray with me? All right. Dear Jesus, thank you for loving us so much. Remind us that when we make a mistake, you still love us, and something good can happen. Be with us today and always. Amen. All right. Do we have our, yes, Miss Carolyn has your guys' suckers. Thank you so much for coming.